The reason why I do listen to Joe Dispenza, Joe Vitale, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone is because I'm trying to skip some steps. Like, I don't want to have to be working till I'm 40, 50, 60 to enjoy my life. Not if they're letting me know what the blueprint is. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Carol, and welcome back to my channel. On this channel, girl, we talk all about mindset, building your financial IQ so that you can be that one in your family to change the game mentally, spiritually, financially, sis. We're talking all about financial freedom. You literally want to get out of survival mode. You don't want to just have enough to survive. You want to have an abundance of money. I started healing my relationship with money 2 years ago, and since then I have quit my job last year, started my business this year. I've become an entrepreneur, and I'm in the process of closing my first rental property. I share that because I want you to know that this shit works, and I am nowhere near the financial IQ that I need to be financially free. The first thing I did was I literally just became aware of what my beliefs were. At the age of like 16 years old, in New York City, that's actually when you're allowed to start working. And as soon as I was allowed to start working, I started working right away. I didn't have savings either. I wasn't thinking about my future. I was literally just having fun and partying. And it wasn't until I stopped partying and I turned 28 years old and I looked at myself in the mirror and I'm like, girl, what are you doing? I remember when I started working, actually, my mom always warned me. She's like, don't fall in love with money. And what did I do? I started falling in love with money. So much so that I didn't go to college. And actually, now thinking about it, I'm happy that I didn't go to college. But that's another video. I fell into a hustler's mentality and my life was surrounded by work. All I did was work. All I cared about was working. I saw how hardworking my mother was. I automatically just created a belief that if you want to be successful, you have to work a lot. And even in movies, when you see like CEOs of businesses and companies, they're always running around from one meeting to the other, getting home late, and watching celebrities like always be on tour and always hustling, always getting to the next bag. Like seeing that at home, then having my surroundings, especially here in New York City, like everyone's trying to sell you something. Like no matter where you go, New York City is just a bunch of hustlers, which I love, obviously, but all of that really framed my relationship with money. And I believe that if I wanted to be successful, I always had to be at work. Literally, sis, I was in the rat race from 16 to 29 years old. For me, I didn't wake up until I turned 28 years old and I was living in the luxury apartment. I had the best relationship, the job of my dreams. I was making over 6 figures. So why was I unhappy? I started to read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad because I still wanted the money, but now I also wanted the time, because girl, I was stressed working 50, 60 hours a week. Like I just wanted to enjoy the money. Like I was just working to pay the rent, to save a little, and like it wasn't making sense. Talk about this book in my video of how I manifested my luxury apartment, because remember, my journey started a year before I was in my luxury apartment, when I was living in a trap house trying to figure out how to manifest. And I quickly realized if I continued on the path that I was in, trading my time for money, I was going to end up as poor mom, okay? But girl, I read the book and I had to really sit down with myself and I was like, okay, you have the knowledge, you have it, it's right here. All these facts start telling you what you need to do. And these are the people who have done the work. The only thing that was left was to do the do. Like I literally had to do it, right? Everybody gets to this part. Like everybody gets to the part where they have all the knowledge, they've read all the books, they've listened to every interview out there. The difference between successful people and others is taking that first step. Fear of the unknown is what stops all the category others from the successful people. You really have to ask yourselves how tired you are, because it is one thing to not know better, but to know better and not do better, that just means that you don't really care, that you're not taking your life that serious. We're telling ourselves and we're allowing our mind to disrespect us and say, that's not for you, sis. That's for them successful people. You just keep quiet, keep your head down, and continue your 9 to 5. Like, that's not for you. Just keep your middle class going. No. Don't let our minds do that. One of the first times that I actually took a risk and got out of my comfort zone was when I switched from my bakery job to working in the car business. I did finally commit to the commission life. It did change my life drastically, because everything that I was earning now was because I was putting in the work. And doing that, I started to reprogram my belief system. I now was showing my mind that, hey, remember when we used to be on salary and that was comfortable? Now I pushed the envelope a little bit. I got out of my comfort zone, and look, I'm making more money than I was. The reason I share that story is, if we want to take a risk, right, we have to look back and fact check even the smallest things. Like, we've already taken chances and they have brought us to next levels. Not every decision that we make is always going to be positive right then and there. Unsubscribe from being scared of the unknown and subscribe to becoming a learner. No matter what happens, understand that you will learn from that experience. That may not mean quitting your job right away. So do little things that can help build your confidence up while you make your plan and how you're gonna quit your job. Start doing little things in your life that can be facts, and how you can change your mind to start believing in yourself more. Every time I open up the ice cream, I could put the wrapper on the table, and I'm about to start eating my ice cream. I'm like, put the wrapper in the trash. And don't even take a bite, put the wrapper in the trash. You are the type of person that does not leave messes on the kitchen. And I know, like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, you could literally do it in 2 seconds. Do it right away. Boom. Then start habit stacking. Take off your shoes when you get home and put them away right away. And little by little, to create a habit in your everyday life that you are the type of person that whatever you say happens. Another great example of this is working out. Like, transforming your body and either gaining or losing whatever you want. Little evidence like that helps your mind see, like, wow, me putting in the work for these 3-4 months, these are my outcomes. So something that I may have not thought that I could have fit in before now looks amazing on me. Like, you're building confidence and you're letting yourself know, like, sis, you've already done so many things that you thought that you couldn't do. What is the difference now? Why not you? Let's say that you're just starting your journey and you don't have that many great positive examples in your memory bank right now. Start creating it. If you tell yourself that you're gonna work out Monday to Friday, do it. Prove to yourself that your word is law. If you promise yourself something, that you commit to it, and start building from there. If you are new to this channel, you may not know, I'm in the process of purchasing my first rental home in Mexico. Although I've done the research and I know how much I have to pay and when I have to pay it by, girl, I've been known. I'm having anxiety about giving my money now to them and actually finalizing the purchase. Last week, I released a video of getting out of a funk because I was in a funk. My mind created that funk because it knew that come December, I'm gonna have to make a really big purchase that I've never made before. And because I don't have any memory of purchasing a house before, my mind is already on survival mode. Like, what are you gonna do after the house? Are you sure this is a great investment? Maybe you need to think about this again. And last week, I might have swam a little bit in those negative thoughts. Go back into your memory bank and prove to yourself, you already that bitch. You already quit your job. You've already became the person who doesn't leave the shoes out or a mess. You already are that bitch. We did not come this far to go back. Unsubscribe to the fear of the unknown and subscribe now not only to this channel, but subscribe to Trusting the Universe. That is when your risks and everything that you've set your mind to do and all your goals are gonna come true. I listened to Joe Dispenza this morning, and he reminded me that every time I had trust the universe with whatever I was doing, miracles have happened after, because I let go of caring what was gonna happen and just knowing that whatever the result was, I'm that much closer to my financial freedom. Why not you? If you are at this place where you don't feel confident, you don't feel motivated, your thoughts are overpowering the creator that you are, listen to Audio Knowledge every morning. Every single morning. Again, this journey called life, this journey to financial freedom is not something that you read once and you just know and then you're just happy. This is something that we have to practice every day. And that is why listening to Audio Knowledge and setting yourself in the right mindset to start your day, we have 24 hours, sis. The 24 hours in my life, I make it so that they count for something, because I've already wasted enough time keeping it small. The reason why I do listen to Joe Dispenza, Joe Vitale, Tony Robbins, Grant Cardone is because I'm trying to skip some steps. Like, I don't want to have to be working till I'm 40, 50, 60 to enjoy my life. Not if they're letting me know what the blueprint is. Series Healing Our Relationship with Money is made to motivate you, to spark something in you, to help you in your journey and reconfirm that you are that bitch and you deserve everything that you write in your journal and manifest about. And I hope that you leave comments and that you subscribe to this channel and you tell me what you doing, sis, to be that one.